Metro and Rail Technology, led by Shri Raja Gondan and Dr. Sudhir Krishna, Mr. NVS Reddy, and all the other dignitaries present here, including my friends from media, and I also see Mr. Gadgil here. Good morning to you as well. So all in all, I think it's a wonderful initiative. We know that everyone is talking about a metro today. Everybody is very excited, especially about Hyderabad getting its own metro. In fact, not just metro, but in fact we have all the cities and all the towns in India today as an emerging country, as a country that is coming up, and as a country that is looked at as one of the biggest economies in the world. I think we are only progressing, and this is only a natural progression as part of any evolving economy, any evolving emerging country. So it's a wonderful initiative that Institute of Metro and Rail Technology has taken. I was just told that it is a first of its kind in India, the first institute to actually come up with something specific for the metro and rail technology. And any graduate, in fact, this is one thing I've been hearing for about 2 months now, that any graduate that is coming out of our engineering colleges or our professional colleges are not completely industry ready is what I've been hearing all along the last 2 months. Be it a computer sciences graduate or a mechanical graduate or any engineering graduate for that matter. So I think the institute coming on at this point of time with about 17 new admittance, I think is a welcome sign, and that too to be launched in Hyderabad as a first for our city. I think it's a wonderful initiative. So I applaud the entire IMRT team because they've really they made a lot of effort, and they have eminent people such as Dr. Sudhir Krishna on their board as well. Applaud them. We all know that the growing pollution levels in our cities and ever increasing dependence on import of fossil fuels will have to be tackled on priority with development of state-of-the-art rail transit systems which are highly energy efficient. Our Chief Minister, as you may have noticed in the last 2 months really, has been talking about his vision, especially for Hyderabad, the city of Hyderabad. The city of Hyderabad currently has about 1 crore people, a population of 1 crore. But we look at a situation where with the sort of initiatives our Chief Minister is driving, with the sort of potential that there is for a city like Hyderabad. So Hyderabad has a lot of things going for it. We all know that. Hyderabad is geographically bang in the middle of this country, very well connected to both Middle East and also Southeast Asia. It could very well be the transit hub for between the two continents as well. Hyderabad also has a wonderful salubrious climate. We all know that. Out of the 365 days in a year, 300 days you could pretty much enjoy the weather out here. There's no weather extremes. And then we also, as you all know, have a huge pool of human resources, and IMRT has just added another feather in the cap of the professional, the academic institutions of Hyderabad. We already have wonderful research institutes, be it national or international really, of international standards, even if they are a national institute of international standards such as ICRISAT. And we also have a lot of defense related institutes. Hyderabad has a wonderful pool of human resources which can be, if harnessed well, can really propel Hyderabad into the next league of international cities. Our Chief Minister intends to do exactly that. In fact, if for those of you who may have followed our Chief Minister's vision statement vis-a-vis the industrial policy of the new government of Telangana, you would have realized it was all over the papers this morning. The Chief Minister is really planning to decongest the city of Hyderabad. The real intent of a project such as Metro is decongestion of the city. Use of more public transport would obviously facilitate decongestion of the roads of Hyderabad. Our Chief Minister is very keen to do that. In fact, he's been talking about a situation, he's envisioning a situation where he wants the city not just to be decongested, but the city to have a regulated, structured growth as well. We cannot have, for a city of Hyderabad's size, which is also likely to double or triple in size in the next 20 years, we cannot have haphazard growth. We need to have a structured, regulated growth. We've had a lot of things happen in the past, but this new government is extremely keen to have a very structured, planned, properly executed growth plan. We are consulting we are going to have international consultants, national or international consultants, working on a master plan for Hyderabad to ensure that it actually the potential of Hyderabad is completely harnessed, the potential of Hyderabad is completely exploited, and it truly becomes an international city. For those of you who've seen what our Chief Minister had been talking about, he's talking about setting up different clusters of different growth clusters around the city of Hyderabad. Already we have wonderful infrastructure in Hyderabad. In fact, I can say for a city of its size, for a city of its comparable, for a city that can be compared to the other metros in India, I think Hyderabad has the best infrastructure in the entire country. If you compare it to a Bangalore or a Chennai, which are the nearest rivals in South India, that is, Hyderabad has thrice the infrastructure of a Bangalore, but only at 1/3 the land cost of Bangalore. Hyderabad, if you see, has twice the infrastructure of a Chennai, but only at 1/2 the land cost. So Hyderabad actually makes for a great value proposition for any investor moving into this city. We already have a metro project going on. You all know that. It is right now. I think the scale is limited to about 72 kilometers, but we do have plans. We just don't want to have a 72 metro which only has a span of about 72 kilometers. By 2040, in fact, there is a master plan that is being drawn. By 2040, for a city of Hyderabad, we need to have, I think, about 250 plus kilometers of metro rail. So therefore, we are extremely committed to the metro project as well. I assure each and every one of you that is present here, don't get carried away by what keeps appearing in newspapers and media reports from time to time. We are extremely committed to the metro project. Yes, there are some issues that need to be sorted out. They will be sorted out. And the government is fully committed to the metro project. There need not be any doubts, any apprehensions about that. We are extremely committed to the current metro project in Hyderabad. And the other thing I also wanted to bring you up to speed on is, as I said, we are not just committed to a metro which only covers 72 kilometers. We want a metro that really cuts across the length and breadth of this city, which is set to become an international city in days to come. Our Chief Minister wants a growth which is structured, regulated, as I said, and also in clusters. Today, if you noticed, he was talking about a science city in a place. He's talking about a science city in a cluster, in a pharma city in another cluster, a chemical city, a movie city, a cinema city, a sports city, all around the city of Hyderabad. We have a wonderful outer ring road right now, but going forward, we would want it to actually do more. The multiplier effect that was supposed to come off this outer ring road did not really come about. So we want decongested growth where people could have their own homes with an adjoining satellite township right next to the place of work, so that you could have all these clusters of new growth, which could be very much here in Hyderabad. And then we would eventually have to have all sorts of public transport mechanisms, including metro rail, to connect all of these growth clusters so that we have a bigger network covering all this. We all know that the union government is also extremely committed. We've been hearing about the union government's commitment towards 100 smart cities. We've also been hearing how the union government wants to do more and more rail projects. We've also been hearing some exciting new ideas about bullet trains and improved connectivity, high-speed rail networks. These are all welcome moves in a emerging country like India, in a developing economy like India. These are all welcome moves. And in fact, I was just sharing with NVS Reddy Garu, we also have had some interesting proposals from various players across the globe. They also want to look at some light rail transport, LRTS mechanisms in our own city of Hyderabad. The lacunas that are left uncovered by a metro, or the lacunas that are left currently uncovered by the public transport system, can be addressed through some new mechanisms such as the LRTS, the BRTS, and people are talking about monorail, a lot of different opportunities that are coming up. So all in all, I congratulate the first batch of IMRT for taking the plunge. And I absolutely am confident that you guys will be the pioneers, you guys will be the leading players. And in a country like India, which is going to have more and more metro rail projects coming up all over the country, I think you're set, you're poised for a wonderful future. All the very best, and I congratulate IMRT once again for launching this in our